Welcome to Inside Gaming. I'm Brian with the Weekend Roundup. Let's start off with the latest chapter in the war between Steam and the Epic Game Store, and we're going to dig into this one a little bit more than usual. So developers have been lured over to Epic's new store with the promise of a more generous revenue cut, but lots of gamers have criticized the Epic Game Store for its exclusivity deals. For example, the much anticipated Borderlands 3, it comes out in September. It's going to be exclusive to Epic for 6 months. That has annoyed a lot of people who prefer Steam. Well, recently, Epic boss Tim Sweeney got into an argument on Twitter with fans who don't like Epic's practices. Actually, I shouldn't use the past tense. He's probably still arguing with them as we record this. He tweets a lot. And in doing so, though, he kind of announced some new policy for Epic. One person asked Sweeney if he'd rethink Epic's policy on exclusives, considering that it's created some bad will towards the company. Sweeney countered that they would stay the course, and then he went off on the 30% revenue cut taken by stores like Steam. He called it the #1 problem for PC developers, publishers, and everyone who relies on those businesses for their livelihood. We're determined to fix it, and this is the one approach that will affect major change. Now, by comparison, Epic only takes 12% of a game's revenue, which is why developers like it. So Sweeney has said in the past that he considers it an enormous markup to take 30% of a game's revenue. He compared that to grocery stores. Weird comparison, but he compared it to grocery stores who might mark up an Amazon or Steam gift card by 10 or 15%. He also added, why did Activision, EA, and Ubisoft break away and build their own stores from scratch? Because it's way more profitable to sell their games that way than to give 30% to a store. So basically, Sweeney's argument is that letting devs take a bigger cut will be better for game development in the long run. It's the old "we're doing this for your own good" argument. He also said that the 30% figure made more sense in the early days of digital stores, but now they're a massive business and the savings aren't being passed on. But as others pointed out, Epic is still charging $60 for a new game on their store, so gamers aren't seeing that savings passed on either. So Sweeney was then asked a hypothetical question: if Valve one day reduced its revenue share to 12% also, would Epic stop doing exclusives? To which he replied, yeah, we would.
Now comes the part where we throw our heads back and laugh. Ready?
Ready!
More specifically, he said if Steam committed to a permanent 88% revenue share for all developers and publishers without major strings attached, Epic would hastily organize a retreat from exclusives and consider putting our own games on Steam. He added, such a move would be a glorious moment in the history of PC gaming and would have a sweeping impact on other platforms for generations to come. So, there you go. Your move, Valve. I guess Epic will stop doing exclusives if y'all take less money. Also, Tim Sweeney, you're a billionaire. Get a better Twitter avatar, dude. That resolution is killing me. You can afford it. I have a better Twitter avatar than you. I'm a thousandaire. So, just,
Oh, you're a thousandaire?
Yeah, man.
Oh, man.
That's host money right here.
I've got to get out from behind this camera.
On to other news. Fans are still plenty pissed about all the grinding in Mortal Kombat 11 that the developers conveniently forgot to tell us about. Specifically, this has to do with all the work you need to do to unlock the various skins and rewards in the game. While there are a total of 60 skins in the game, only 4 can be unlocked by playing tutorials, the story, and basic towers. That leaves a whole lot left. Now, one person on Reddit, Accomplished Poet 8, even did some math and claimed that it would cost $6,440 in real life money to unlock every skin in the game. That's Tim Sweeney money right there. That prompted a response from Ed Boon, who created Mortal Kombat and kind of tweets like a 12-year-old. He said that Accomplished Poet 8 should stick to poetry, tweeting that their post was complete bullshit and that the vast majority of skins in the game aren't for sale. Actually, he tweeted, this is not a joke, LOL OMG, the $6,440 story is complete bullshit. Dude, come on, you are 55 years old. I looked it up. Still though, the fact remains that the game requires a lot of grinding to get the skins you want, and NetherRealm has been less than transparent about it. In a recent stream, devs said they would make changes in the future. So it looks like we're going to be waiting a while for any new Titanfall games, thanks to Apex Legends. Respawn officials say they have put the brakes on all future Titanfall games so they can focus on the Battle Royale game. Now, Apex Legends had a very fast start after it launched in February. Lately, though, it's been criticized by some players for, among other things, a lack of content updates. Well, In a blog post, Apex executive producer Drew McCoy noted that despite its quick growth to 50 million players, Apex has, quote, hit some bumps along the way. He said those bumps include missteps with our updates, not giving players enough visibility into future content, and not properly setting expectations on how we plan to support Apex Legends. But he stressed the team is 100% committed to the long-term growth of the game, and they said they know everyone is hungry for new content. McCoy added that, quote, in order to fully support Apex Legends, we are pushing out plans for future Titanfall games. So get ready to wait. Of course, Respawn's also working on Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, but he said that's a separate development team and no resources from Jedi Fallen Order are being shifted to work on Apex Legends. So that is some good news. Avengers Endgame is in theaters this weekend. I saw it last night. I'm going on 3 hours of sleep. No spoilers. But, of course, there is a Fortnite crossover event to go along with it. The limited time event started on Thursday. In it, players are divided into two teams. One is working with Thanos to find all the Infinity Stones, while the other team is playing heroes and trying to stop them. And the heroes get to use Avengers weapons like Captain America's shield, Iron Man's repulsors, or Thor's Stormbreaker axe. Of course, there are rewards you can get. Cosmetics. One is a new glider that looks like the Avengers Quinjet.
It actually looks really cool.
It does look cool. Former BioWare employee James Olin, who is famous for his work on Dragon Age's Origins and the Baldur's Gate games, is now leading a new studio for Wizards of the Coast. We don't know what they're up to yet, but a rep said that the studio will focus on the creation of original IP outside of the Magic the Gathering and Dungeons & Dragons brand. For his part, Olin said, I didn't think that I would be coming back to the game industry so soon, but working with Wizards is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Also, they gave me a job. That sounds like while he's doing it also. Our mutual love of RPGs, world building, and interactive storytelling is a perfect match. So Olin left BioWare last year after 22 years with the company. He worked on the original Baldur's Gate and Baldur's Gate 2. More recently, he was lead designer and creative director of Star Wars: The Old Republic.
You know, they're opening that studio here in Austin.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so I'm just wondering, the Wizards of the Coast.
Are you telling me to get a new job?
No,
that feels like what you're implying here.
No, I'm implying I may get a new job.
Oh, all right. Aaron knows something I don't, apparently. All right, here's something cool to end on. Assassin's Creed Unity is getting a lot more attention after the recent fire at the Notre Dame Cathedral. Notre Dame, sorry. Getting all frou-frou over here. The game is set in France during the French Revolution, and it features a very detailed model of the famed cathedral, which of course was gutted by fire earlier this month. Well, in the aftermath, Ubisoft has said it will donate 500,000 euros to help with the reconstruction, and it also made Unity available for free on PC for a limited time. It's over now, so you missed the boat if you didn't get it, but in just those few days, a whopping 3 million people downloaded the game because people love free stuff. Oh, and it's getting review bombed, but in a good way, on Steam, with players leaving hundreds of messages of support and very nice reviews. So that is a good thing. All right, that's all the news we've got for you on this Saturday. If this video, in fact, is coming out on Saturday, I hope it is. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Borderlands 3 fans are pissed off about their pickles because Borderlands 1 and 2 are currently getting review bombed to hell and back on Steam.
Why is that? Because people are mad these days about the Epic Games Store.
It's gotten so bad that Valve has stepped in to remove negative reviews, striking thousands of reviews for games in the franchise.
Yeah, this is kind of weird for Valve, right, Brian?
Yeah, this is the first implementation